edX Pixar Virtual Expo and Blue Hope World Children Day celebration. And for this session, we are going to be talking about education, awareness in helping solving the plastic pollution problem in Malaysia. Um, I'm pretty excited about this session, and I shall not hold on any further. So I'll just like to introduce the moderator, Aaron Gakowski, or rather known as Bertie. And well, I'm just going to hand it over to you, Bertie. Here you go.
Thank you so much. I know we're running a little bit over time today, so we're going to do everything we can to keep this as concise as possible. Yeah, as it was just mentioned, today we are here to talk about education and awareness and helping to solve the plastic pollution problem in Malaysia. We're joined by a very special panel of guests today, including conservationists, principals, teachers, and some other special guests that will be announced later. My name is Aaron Gakowski, also known as Bertie. I first got involved on the Sabah conservation scene about, I think it was about 7 years ago now, when I was invited by Simon Christopher, who is the founder of Blue Hope and Timor Blue, as well as the founder of Scuba Zoo, to come and to document what was happening here in Sabah. And we worked on a number of different conservation shows. We produced Timor-Leste from below, we did Borneo from below, Indonesia from below, Borneo Wildlife Warriors, Borneo Jungle Diaries. And the idea was really taking all of these fascinating stories that are right on our doorstep in Sabah and trying to broadcast them to the rest of the world. And we did this through what I like to call funservation. So they were very short, fun, entertaining, quirky documentaries about everything in Sabah, from the amazing wildlife that we find to people who are working for conservation, to the science and the cutthroat science that's happening throughout Sabah, such as at places like Danau Garang Field Centre, which was chronicled in our series Borneo Jungle Diaries. Yeah, I was invited by Simon all those years ago, and all of these shows can be seen on www.scubazoo.tv. And as well as broadcasting what we thought was the best of the natural world, we also saw that there were a huge amount of threats that were facing these ecosystems. Threats in the form of overfishing, in shark finning, and of course in plastic pollution. So now that brings me on to introduce Simon. Simon, as the founder of Blue Hope and Timor Blue, has also been spearheading this campaign. Simon, are you able to tell us a little bit about Sabah Plastic Neutral and your involvement in this?
Sure. Yeah, thanks, Bertie. So the reality is that the reason why I came here, 26, 27 years ago to Sabah in 95 was really because of the biodiversity. And biodiversity is really life itself. In terms of the biodiversity is what creates the air that we breathe and the water we drink. And so I came here quite young, sort of 25 years old, in search of the best diving, as it was. And I arrived in Sabah and stayed here because I lived on Sipadam for a few months and went to Australia and came back and set up Scuba Zoo. So, and 25, 26 years later, here we are. The reality is that plastic is such a universal problem globally, and it's one of the things that is happening is that people have realized that it actually has value. There are new technologies we use plastic that previously didn't have any value. We can now turn it back into something that has value, and so that's really meaningful. If you look at every single, if you did a beach clean across every single beach across Southeast Asia tonight, completely clean, you go back there tomorrow, there'd be hundreds of kilos of plastic there, and that actually has value. So we're about to start this new plastic age. So plastic neutral is a term that really embraces the opportunity for Sabah and indeed Timor-Leste, and we started Timor-Leste plastic neutral last year. So partnering up with some great people here, So Monica Ching, I just want to hand over to Monica, who's leading our community development in terms of rolling out programs here. And over to you, Monica, just to talk about what we're going to be doing here in Sabah.
Okay, so yeah, for all the schools, once again, thank you so much for joining. And we are actually, we have a big plan for 2021, which is our main focus is to help the school, to help all of you to reduce the single-use plastic bottle and plastic waste. That is why all of you coming today. I know that all of you have done so many amazing things, trying hard to help the student, to educate the student, campaigning and teach them how to reduce, reuse, and recycle. But I know it's not enough. Like most of the teacher here know me and what we have been doing. So this is the big, this is the opportunity and the huge picture for all the school here today. There is a chance for all of us. There is an opportunity. There is a way for all of us and all the school in Sabah to reduce all the single-use plastic, especially the plastic bottle in your school. And I also understand that most of the 90% of the school here, all the children, they don't have the clean drinking water. That's another big issue here. So in order for the children to drink the clean water, they have to buy the mineral water bottle. That's the only way. That's the only solution in the school. That is why where teacher trying to reduce the plastic bottle, and the children still need to drink a clean water. That is why the things is not connected here. That is so. First, the problem is we don't have the school don't have a clean drinking water for all the students in the school, and that's the problem that is very hard for the school to reduce the single-use plastic bottle. So yeah, so hopefully. So hopefully this chance, I mean this discussion today, we can start a brand new opportunity. Over to you.
So back
Simon.
to you, Bert, maybe if you could just talk a bit about, introduce Chavez maybe, because he's the man on the ground that's kind of got this going on.
Yeah, Chavez Chima, who is a conservation legend in Borneo and a good mate of mine. Chavez is the founder of One Stop Borneo, and their main objective is to conserve the rainforests through education programs, wildlife rescue service, developing dynamic new economic models to save animals, and conducting research on different fauna and flora. So, Chavez, are you in?
You need to
You're on mute.
You can hear me, right?
Yeah. Welcome.
So, welcome. Thanks, Bertie. Yeah. So I'll just explain a little bit about myself, and then I'll tell you what are the initiatives we have been doing, and that's how we got in touch with Simon and so on. So I'm the founder of One Stop Borneo Wildlife, and which is based in Tawau, east coast of Sabah, but we also have projects in Brunei and Sarawak. And like Bertie said, we do education programs, we do research on animals, we work on conservation tourism projects. But today's the reason why I'm here today is because one of our goals is to make the schools which we know personally in Tawau and also in KK and Brunei, and we want them to go plastic bag free. We would love to have a plastic bag free Sabah and Borneo actually. So we have a coalition called Borneo Tanpa Plastic, which is a coalition of association, you can say, of other like-minded lovers of who want Borneo to go plastic free. Now we can't just go plastic free straight away, so we're going it one step at a time: plastic bag free, plastic bottle free, and so on. So the objective of this Borneo Tanpa Plastic initiative is to make 20 schools, 20 companies, one plantation, and one village to go plastic bag free. And then we have enough proof to take it to the government to say that, hey, let's take it to another level. So far in Tawau, we have made 2 schools go plastic bag free: SMK Umas Umas, which is, I think they're here, and SMK Tawau. And after this lockdown, we will also have GIS, Jesselson International School, Kinabalu International School, and SMK Balong go plastic bag free. and hopefully they'll go plastic bottle free as well. We did a quick survey, and we found out that if one student is taking in one plastic bag from the canteen a day, in that one school, the one school is saving up to 300,000 plastic bags a year. So SMK Tawau, SMK Umas Umas combined are saving more than 500,000 plastic bags a year. That's this. So it might just sound one school, but it's actually 500,000 plastic bags. So hopefully plastic bottles next, and I think this is going to be a big impact to the environment. So that's what we're doing, and that's how I hope we can do more.
Tireless work as always, Shavaz. Do you actually get any sleep?
I try to get 7.5 hours sleep a day. I try to.
It doesn't seem like you sleep. But maybe we can hear from some of the principals that you just spoke about. Have we got Principal Farida Haji Ali here? From SMK Umas Umas?
I'm the representative from SMK Umas Umas.
Hi, Cikgu Nurul.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, would you be able to introduce yourself and just tell us what progress you've been able to make?
Okay, so Assalamualaikum and good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Nurul Faiza Rizal Effendi. I'm a teacher at SMK Umas Umas Tawau. Also the head teacher of our club, Friends of the Environment Club, and also the head of Serasi unit in my school. Okay, so before implementing the plastic bag free school motion, we have actually started our baby steps. We are doing our environmental awareness activities, and then we have our Go Green projects, because before moving to something big, we have to start it little by little. Okay, so for our environmental awareness activities, we have Environment Day, where we plant trees every year in June. And then we have our Tropical Orchid. And then we have Earth Day, where we do communal works. We work with the community to clean the school. And then we also have our Environmental Corner, where students post lots of environmental information. They do it themselves, so that they themselves will get the benefits. And then earlier this year, we have the Protect the Wildlife program. And then we have lots of Go Green projects. We have our rain catchment area, and then we have compost site, and we use solar energy, and we also recycle tires as our 3R bins. And we are encouraging our students to use recycled items to decorate their classes. Okay, so now hashtag SMKUT Eco Break. We have actually launched our Avoid Disposable campaign last year in October 2019. That is when we started to instill the knowledge of Eco Break among the students, and as we have instilled the love to environment. Okay, so this year, staying home, we have conducted our Eco Break competition, where the teachers, they did eco breaks with their family. So I am so happy seeing the teachers made eco break with their family, and even my sons, they already know the term of eco breaks. So Alhamdulillah, in August 2020, this year, our school has signed a partnership in support of the Plastic Free Borneo campaign with the representative of Plastic Borneo and One Stop Borneo Wildlife. And we have become the first school in Borneo to go plastic free. And we impose a penalty to teachers and students who are caught red-handed with plastic bags. And the canteen has now stopped using plastic bags. They are now using paper bags. And I hope that the students now have better insight on the disadvantages of using plastic bags. And I also hope that SMK Umas Umas will be a total free plastic bag schools next year. Slowly but surely, inshallah. That's all.
Congratulations, that's no mean feat. So that's huge achievements. I'd now like to open the to any of the other teachers who might be able to talk of their experiences? I know, I'm sorry, we are a little bit limited on time now. So if anyone could, anyone else would be willing to talk about the experiences at their school?
Go for it, Ian. Yes, go for it, Ian.
Thank you, Bertie. Thank you, Simon. I'm Ian Gross. I'm the principal at Kinabalu International School, and we have been driven by our students, our Eco Warrior group, who across the primary and secondary school for a couple of years now, in their desire to become an eco school, audited the whole school and put in motion a number of plans to do with recycling, renewable electricity, runoff water, and of course plastic. They convinced our canteen last year to go plastic free, and for any containers, any plastic containers that children wanted, they were charged extra to discourage their use. And so the canteen did eventually go plastic free with that, which has been fantastic. And then this year, at the start of this year, we've teamed up with Simon from Blue Hope and Chavez from One Stop Borneo. And we were very lucky to meet with them the day before the schools closed in the lockdown. And we agreed and signed their pledge to become plastic free. So technically we are plastic free because no one's in school at the moment, apart from myself, which is fantastic. But what we want to do when we come back in is ensure that parents are not bringing in single-use plastic bags. And I think that's the difficulty many schools face. It's not educating the school or the children, it's the parents we need to educate to ensure that they're on board and follow the same principles, the same advice that we're all trying to give, which is to reduce the amount of plastic waste. And so we are going to be monitoring the front gate to stop the plastic coming through. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ian. Now, Sally Tam, perhaps we could hear from you. If you'd be able to introduce us to your school and the work that you've been doing.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I am Sally Tam, the headmistress of STKC Chonghua, Kota Blut. I want to say a little bit about what our school had done to decrease the use of plastic in our school. The first one is we had installed a water filter at the school canteen and also in the staff room. We have been using the water filter for 7 years. Now anyone at school, including the pupils, teachers, and the school staff could refill their water bottle when they run out of water. Sometimes the people that forgot their water bottle can use reusable plastic cup so we don't waste any plastic. Other than that, for the rancangan makanan tambahan for the less fortunate pupils, we used to use bowl, plates, and cups, and they need to eat at the canteen. When the school reopened after the MCO, we use reusable container for the RMT program. We also plant more trees and flowers in our school to promote Go Green. That's what we had done so far. I really want to increase the awareness of the use of plastics in my school, but we need to cooperate with the school board, parents, teacher association, PTA to sit together and discuss what can be done in our school. Also, with the help of other NGO, we hope that we can increase the awareness of our teachers and pupils, not forgetting the parents. In the future, I hope that our school can implement and ban single-use plastic and make it compulsory for pupils to use their own container, but that is easier said than done. However, we are hopeful that it could be done one day. Thank you. That's all from me.
Thank you so much. Now perhaps we could hear from Principal Jennifer Assing from SM St. Michael in Penampang. Hi Jennifer.
Jennifer?
You turn your microphone off, on rather, on mute.
Me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay. So hello
Yes.
everyone, once again. I'm Jennifer Asing, the principal of St. Michael Secondary School, Penampang. It is very important that everyone is aware and care for the environment. And this can be achieved by teaching our young about the environment through environmental education in school. So in St. Michael, we have a program, what we call Let's Go Green, Everyone, Everywhere, Anywhere project, where all students are compulsory to join or do activities related to environment. There are many activities they can do, such as Enviro Walk, Sustainable Garden, and One Class, One Garden Lot. We also have an innovation team where students are trained to be more creative and innovative in solving issues concerning environment. And our team competed in national and international level and have won many awards. And our products are focusing on minimizing environmental issues as well as using waste materials. And most importantly, our products are eco-friendly. For example, our innovation, Go Green Pot, this is actually an alternative to poly bag because we are trying to avoid single-use plastic. And we have one more innovation that is what we call the e-herbe. This is an alternative for artificial grass or artificial carpet, and it is made from corn husk. Okay, and in St. Michael, we practice no straw, no polystyrene, no plastic bag in school. And students are encouraged to bring their own water bottle and food from home. Okay, and in last year, 2019, we attended Malaysia Book of Records for the most numbers of multi-purpose pots made from a detergent bottle. Okay, and we also have our Water Vision team. And this year, we focus on addressing the issue of waste in the ocean. This is under the Malaysian Nature Society, Coca-Cola Malaysia, and Ministry of Education, whereby the students or this team, they have assignment consists of few topics, namely ecosystem marine in Malaysia, waste materials, especially plastics, waste materials in the ocean and marine debris, managing solid waste, video making on how to sustain the management of solid waste, especially plastics. And all these programs are monitored by school administrators, teachers and students. And the whole school are actually working hand in hand to ensure students are being equipped with knowledge on the environmental issues faced nowadays. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much. We've also been joined from schools a little bit further afield, and we have Juanita Belling here as well from Dili International School in Timor-Leste. Welcome, Juanita.
I'm hoping you can hear me.
Yes, can hear you. Hi, Juanita.
Yes, I'm from Dili International School. I've been teaching at this school for now almost 4 years. And before I was here in Dili, I was teaching at the local schools in Lautem district, out in the districts in Timor-Leste. So I have a fair idea as to what's happening both in the city as well as in the rural districts. One of the policies that we have taken here at our school is to become plastic free as far as possible. So one of the things is our canteen. We do not have any single-use plastic in our canteen, no straws, no single plastic bags, nothing like that. Anything that we use, we try to reuse as much as possible. We also have water filters in the school where students can bring their own water bottles and fill their water. Before COVID, we actually had cups available and the cups were there and they could wash them and reuse them. But after COVID restrictions, we've taken away the cups and we've asked students to bring their own bottles for safety purposes. So each student has a water bottle. We do provide a cup for a child who has forgotten their bottle. But we also do not encourage any plastic bags. But it's wonderful to see the various different ways that even lunch is being served or brought into the campus. Sometimes we have them wrapped up in dishcloths, the plates or reusable containers, or just a reusable bag, some form of a thermos bag or something like that. So we try as much to encourage it in our school, as well as we have an interdisciplinary project called the IDU, in which our students do project-based learning. And next week, my grade 7 students will be doing one about recycling waste. And one of the things is how to recycle and repurpose a plastic bottle. In that, we have collaborated with a group called Caltech that have used plastic bottles to create pavers for the flooring. So our students learn that cycle, and then we also help with collecting plastic bottles at the beach or at the tip or wherever they know, and going to Caltech, and they have big recycling collection points where they can use that and collect it, and then Caltech repurposes that into pavers for the floor and pavements and other areas. So we look at ways that we can not only recycle and less use, but also repurpose. And that's from us here at DIS.
Thank you very much. To hear the perspective from school outside of Sabah as well, and interesting to hear what you're doing. Maybe we can hear now from Mr. Mark from SK Mandalipau Papa. Mr. Mark?
Yes, hello.
Hello.
Yeah,
welcome.
Hello and thank you. Hello and very good afternoon to you, Mr. Aaron, and to all participants for today's program. My name is Mark Baringtang. First and foremost, on behalf of my school, SK Mandalipau Papar, I would like to say thank you to the organizer for choosing us to be part of this wonderful program. First of all, allow me to share to all of you a little bit about my school's background and what we have done related to our environmental care. For everyone's information, SK Mandalipau Papar is categorized as a Sekolah Kurang Murid, SKM, which classifies as school with less than 150 students, located in a rural area and about 40 kilometers from Papar district. Our school consists only 14 teachers, 75 students, which most of them were Kadazan Dusun ethnic, and 2 non-teaching staff. There were a few programs which I think I should share with you all regarding to environmental awareness that our school together with the PTA have done. Since our school is situated next to the river, we have created ecotourism in school in 2018 and was named Olumis River. One of the main reasons of this program was to introduce the Tagal system, which literally means fishing in rivers is prohibited by the concerned communities for a certain pre-agreed period of time. By doing this, we also able to restore the depleting fishery resources, keep the rivers free from pollution, and able to generate income to the community's concerns. Since it was open for public, it has become an attraction for many visitors from within or outside the district. To this day, I think the only primary school in Papar or maybe Sabah that has an ecotourism in school, maybe is SK Mandalipau. In maintaining cleanliness and keep the environment from being polluted, we also encouraging our students to bring their own drinking bottles and food containers, which they will use to keep their foods and drinks when they were buying at the school canteen, and at the same time, the use of plastic that time can be reduced. This program is not only focusing for our students, but also on visitors who came to visit to our ecotourism center. Last but not least, our school had also introduced 5 minutes of garbage collections. All students will work together to collect the garbage found in the school environment 5 minutes before the school hours begin. I hope with this sharing and from other participants, to some extent can help all of us in solving the plastic or garbage pollution problem in Malaysia. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mark. Now,
well.
if we could now hear from Headmaster Fadlizan from SK Mansud in Kuala Penyu.
Actually, I'm afraid I've just been told we've only got 10 minutes left. So I'm really sorry. I think we'll just move the agenda a little bit, because what I'd like to do is just pass the ball, introduce everyone to David. We've got some amazing schools here doing some amazing things, but what I'd like to do is to welcome David Monnier from Fonto de Vivo from France, who's got an amazing potential solution to take us to being truly plastic bottle free and plastic neutral. David, can I pass the ball to you, please?
Yes, sure. I don't know whether we'll have the time to show the video. Yes, okay, perfect. So basically, what we've got, I've been working many years for NGOs around the world, and I've never been satisfied with the solution we were providing to families, especially for drinking water. And then I put together all the main NGOs, and we've got many international NGOs in France. We worked together and we developed a solution which allows anyone basically to fetch water to a river or anywhere, and to clean the water immediately and drink it just by pumping manually. So basically, this is what we've done for what we thought were emergency situations. And then people came in and said, you know, that could be used in clinics, that could be used in schools. And then in the meantime, Simon came to us and said, you know, what about making Sabah plastic neutral by helping resolving the issue of plastic bottles? And I believe this is what we can do all together by bringing our solution, the Oriza purifier, in schools in Sabah and all the regions. So I'm trying to be quick because I understand that we are short in time, but basically the technology is the same technology that we use all over the world, especially in Europe, to treat water in large plants for cities. And we just made it you know, small in a 2 kilos apparatus that anybody, even kids, can operate. So I don't know, Simon, whether you want me to carry on.
I think that's very useful. Maybe if we could just play the video, and then just so people can get a sense of what we're talking about here, and then we can just talk about implementing this into a couple of schools. El France, thank you.
I am David Monnier, Fonto de Vivo's co-founder and president. It took us over 2 years of R&D to produce the Oriza, a durable family water purifier. The Oriza is meant to fit the needs of INGOs, local organizations and governments willing to provide access to safe drinking water in rural areas and during emergencies responses. Together with the technical support of some of the main French INGOs, we designed a long-lasting autonomous purifier. Long-lasting because made with top-quality French ultrafiltration membranes, but also because of a patented built-in backwash system. Our main goals are to enable users to be self-sufficient water-wise, to offer an excess solution able to cover access to drinking water from emergency to development, and to improve the social impact of humanitarian operations. The Oriza is made in France, repairable and recyclable. It is made to last years without need of energy and spare parts in order to limit its environmental impact. We want to massively deploy the Oriza all over the world in order to support the UNDG objectives, aiming at providing a universal access to potable water before 2030.
Puedes tomar. Pruébalo a ver.
Great, thank you. So I think the point is, when it comes to plastic, it's a problem everywhere. And as much as we want to go plastic free completely, the point is we can do plastic bags, but I think most people has a problem with the water bottles, because it means that you have to rely on the drinking the water source here. And I've just noticed we have Shelley from JS. Sorry, I didn't realise, but Shelley's here now. Shelley's the other international school here. Now, obviously, international schools have capacity and have water fountains, and so the reality is the majority of the schools on this panel, and certainly in Timor-Leste, don't have the ability to provide clean drinking water, safe drinking water, and even in Timor-Leste, it's hard to even get water. So there's some big fundamental problems here. But maybe if you could just tell us to 20, 30 seconds, Shelley, where you're at. Not much time, I'm afraid, but then we can just talk about our program, what we're planning over the next year or two. Shelley, you're on mute at the moment.
Is it me, Shelley?
Yes, hi.
Okay, hi, I'm Shelley. I'm the assistant head of secondary from Jesselton International School. So on behalf of the principal and the school, thank you for inviting us to join in this event. Okay, so what we have done in our school is quite privileged, because from the start of our establishment, we have practicing no plastic school from the beginning. So what I mean here, okay, our school have provide in-school catering, where all the students, okay, all the students, teachers, being provided with all the reusable plates, cutlery, cups, and bottle. Right, so we don't use any single-use plates and container, okay, in our school. Okay, other than that, our students also are encouraged to bring their own lunch bag, okay, and also use reusable lunchbox, okay, when they bring food to school. Okay, but our only concern with single-use plastic, which is not from the school, the source is not from school, the source are from outside. Okay. What I mean here is when someone is ordering food from outside using any delivery apps, okay? So that's where all these single-use plastic come into our school. So there are some delivery apps give an option whether they can exclude all these plastic spoon and forks, okay? We do encourage those who ever make the delivery order, to exclude that in their order. All right. Other than that, in terms of awareness and education, okay, we do give a lot of activities in school, teaching and learning session that has related to no plastic effort conservation. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. What I'd like to do, maybe just to go back to Timor-Leste just now and past Tracy. I believe we have Tracy Morgan, who could maybe just tell the story from the Tracy from the honorary British consul from Dili. And if you could just paint the picture of the sort of the Timor-Leste wide position, and then we can come back to David and see come up with a bit of a plan. Tracy, over to you.
Hi. It's a real problem in Timor-Leste for state schools to have water at all. I was very impressed by how fast that system seemed to be. Was that really as fast? You just pour the water in and it just comes out? Wow. Okay, that's impressive. Yeah, that's very impressive. So, presumably all children have access to some water at their homes. So if they could bring in one dirty bottle full, put it through the system and pour it into their clean bottle, and one in, one out, that might be helpful. So the government of Timor-Leste has recently approved a law which hasn't yet come in, but which will actually ban a lot of single-use plastics. So it's laws aren't particularly carefully observed here, but one advantage that we have is that we don't actually have any manufacturers of polystyrene packaging or plastic bags. So it should be much easier to prevent the stuff entering the country at all. So obviously cutting it off at source, and then necessity being the mother of invention, will probably be our biggest chance of actually realizing this reduction in plastic use. There are so many things that we could make progress on. People, I mean, it's a function of poverty that, you know, I buy a big bag of washing powder. Other people have to buy tiny little sachets, and you see them strewn all around the watercourses, and many, many other things like, you know, noodle bags and lots of small items. So there's a very long way to go, but certainly starting it in schools is an excellent way to go about it. I'm actually not a teacher. I'm a lawyer, so maybe I concentrate a bit more on the laws than is really relevant. But anyway, it's inspiring to see everybody pushing in the same direction in so many places. Thank you.
Thank you very much. What we might do, just pass back to David now, because I believe you're modifying your system so that you can adapt it to taps and different delivery systems. Is that the case, David? Maybe just expand on and we talk about.
Yeah, it is the case. Yeah. Yes, thank you. Sorry. Yeah, it is the case. Actually, we are still developing this part, because it's something we developed after the main the ORESA, the main water purifier. So it should be released in January, February now, which means that if you have a tap, or if you have an elevated tank, for example, in the school, you can plug the ORESA filter through the tap kit and to a tap, and then you don't need to pump any longer. You just, you know, purify your water directly from the source, and that's also something that can be helpful if you've got a school with a large number of kids. No one needs to pump, and by the way, it delivers 2 liters a minute, so it's very quick, and it's you know, on demand.
Thank you so much. So I think just to summarize, we're running out of time now, but the really exciting thing is that we're working with David and Fonto de Vivo, and we're looking to roll out Saba plastic bottle free and Timor-Leste plastic bottle free within the next 2 years. And Chavez and One Stop Borneo will be being the man on the ground, the action on the ground. We're going to be rolling this out. So it's a very exciting new program we'll be rolling out next year. And Bertie, I think I might just pass back to you to sum up. But so sorry to Azliza and to Batisian and the others that weren't able to speak. But it's great to have you here, and we're going to follow up very soon. But just over to you, Bertie, if you could just summarize things, and we'll head on to the next episode.
Thank you everyone so much for joining us today. It's really interesting to hear what all of the schools have been up to, and about some of the latest technology that is being used to combat the plastic crisis. So thank you everyone so much for joining us. I'm really sorry that we didn't have time to hear from everyone because we've overrun a little bit. But yeah, thank you to the people tuning in as well. And we will see you for the next session. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you all, teacher. We'll stay in touch. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Take care. Bye. Bye.